Alright. Could be a little better this time, starting out with the camera not being finicky. I was worried for a second there that I lost a piece. Only so many places they can go. AC will shut off here in a minute, and I'll actually be able to. Oh, I can also turn it up. I had it all the way down. That twice. As you can now see, I have the instructions. We're gonna go right here. I like these. Always like these little clear pieces. Like I just keep thinking like this is all going to be so cool when I take this thing apart. Stacked twice. Okay. See, now they're starting to condense some of the maybe when they got further into putting together the instructions, they're like, wait, it's gonna be like 500 people. Okay, so that goes on back here. Oh, see, that was actually pretty smart engineering. So, like, I was wondering about this. These slots here. And, like, how this stuff was going to be stable. So now this, not only does it go across, but these little guys here are going to slide into there. So not only does it, like, connect these parts and make them stable, but it also fills in the gap there too. Not too bad. Oh, and then we're just... Interesting they would... Oh no, I guess I see. I was gonna say, so if you... I don't know if you can see it. Like the little half, or the little round piece leaves this little gap here, and I'm going to be putting these slopes here, right? I was going to say it's interesting that they decided to do that and leave that gap there. They could have used a half, but obviously on top of that, so that wasn't, because there's half there's like half pieces, but then it wouldn't connect back half. Anyways, makes sense now. Although it does make the things like pushed side. Not a huge fan. Oh, those are the engines. Okay, so I like that. That's what the... Love it. They'll be so useful for other things later. That's actually really... That's one of the things I do like about occasionally building a Lego set, because I so rarely do. Even when I'm in like a Lego mode where I'm building my own stuff, is the sets, even if you... I don't build anything like this at all. Like the scale is not even close. I don't build stuff for Lego dudes. I build stuff that's like macro, I guess. And even so a lot of the way you build these kinds of things doesn't apply to the type of stuff I build. But there are certain building concepts, like it's kind of like doing math homework. Even though that math is not something you ever use in real life, it creates those neural pathways for like problem solving, and that's kind of the same thing. The construction techniques, even though I don't build models like this on my own, it kind of helps reinforce like new ideas, like how you could assemble different things. So I like this like engine concept. Because the other difference when I'm building the types of models I do versus like these kinds of things, there's no air. Like I call air gaps. There's no air gaps. There's not going to be like empty space. Like everything has to be like filled in for structural integrity. All right, so the next thing we're doing is middle part of the whole contraption. Let's see, there's gonna be... We can go ahead and start dual building. Gonna be two bricks. Do the same thing twice. This is clever though. I like the way this is built. Go around. Wrong here. I think that's it. Slide on. Like so. That's pretty sweet. That's pretty cool. I like the way that comes. What are we building here? Oh, so yeah, now we're gonna do the front one. I had to change the site I was using. I know the other site. This is a good one too. This is a rebrickable, rebrickable.com. And this is like they got resources for everything, for building. Like you can find Lego sets and stuff you can build with your existing collection. Mox is it's a model term. I can't remember what it is. Sets, you can look up sets, minifigures, you can buy sets, instructions, find specific parts and part colors. Like there's so many resources on this. So this is what I'm using now, but the other day I was using a different site, which is also legit because I know them. I don't know them, but it's brickinstructions.com, lego.brickinstructions.com. But for some reason, it showed up today when I went to go to it as an insecure page, and even when I went ahead and go to it, the instructions changed from like a slideshow where you could just click next and it would like shift to the next one, to like individual JPEGs that would pop up, and that doesn't really work very well for the stream because I want to just be able to click or scroll. So rebrickable it is. It just has like a PDF that opens the browser, like this. I think the next step will be lighting, and I could get a light to go my lamp over here. That's providing all the light, which I don't think it looks bad, but I think it'd be like nice. So either I could get light to go up on top of the TV and point down. That wouldn't be too bad, but I wouldn't want it in my face. Or I could get something to set on the desk over here, like plug it in via USB on the TV or something. Have it like add lighting from. I kind of like the softer light, you know, not as harsh. But whatever will upgrade the. I want to keep. Coming back. Not at warm. They changed the underside of these. I gotta go turn that off. All right, so oh. You know, with this, since I'm not trying to play, I wonder if I could open the TikTok Live application. Actually go. I have to experiment that. Although, well, I don't know if it will work because this is an OBS plugin. I don't know if that actually works. Something I'll have to experiment with at some point. Not gonna be partly. Like these. That's pretty cool. It's gonna be like little blaster thing. Because it's like a rounded thing. Fit in here. That's like it. Oh crap. Did I? I did it wrong. Yeah, I gotta. I put the little yellow bricks facing the wrong way, so the thing can't connect to it. Oops. Like this track. It's like a 3-hour thing though, so I don't know what the individual song is. I have to look on the actual video. Okay. Now it'll connect. Unfortunately, I have to do it with the other one. That is so cool. I like the way that goes together. Very nice. It's starting to look like something. Actually, quite a bit more to go. All right, so we'll set that there. I think we're about to open. Yes, that's what I'm saying. They can't just tell you to do the same thing twice. They have separate pages for it all. All right, now we are moving on. Oh, this has Vader? So it's got a pilot, Luke, and Vader. Oh, and they got a nice Vader helmet. They're so much more detailed than they used to. I like the old ones from when I was a kid, but it is kind of funny though how, like, with the way they package this, they put the dude parts in with all the bigger components. That. Oh, that's his cape. That I thought this was going to be stick. Not sticker. Where's his head? In here. Along with oh, hang on. Oh, okay. It completes the bottom of his helmet. I didn't even see. Probably hard to see on the little screen here. There's a little piece here that goes on over his cape, and then between it, under his head, and then it like connects the bottom of the helmet and like seals it up. That's pretty neat. There's one more bag after this of stuff. This definitely moves faster than the first part. The first part is all this technical chassis and stuff, but all the rest is like external components. Interesting how they split the dudes up into different different bags. His head, not in this one. In this one. And it's special, unlike before. It's the first Vader I've had in a long time. I'm pretty sure before it was just a blank black head. Whereas now he's actually got like the character face of Darth Vader. Yeah, see? Got his little nasty burnt little. I wonder if I can I can reach up on the phone and zoom it in and out. So the cape. I don't usually like to open these. I like to put this little bit here. Oh, cool, and it's tight too. It doesn't just slide over. It like actually fits on. It's literally the bottom of the whole Vader helmet thing. That's pretty sweet, and I think it also helps with the cape, keeping it under control. Put his head on. Helmet. It like fits into that. That's pretty sick, actually. I like that. So we got Vader there. Lightsaber. Upside down. Oh, and they give you a spare. Because, you know. Of course they do. So they give you a spare little chin scoop thing here. There we go. Darth Vader. We now have the pilot, little pistol thing, Luke, and Vader. I'll fill up there together. Vader's cape is going to make him roll around. Or he do his own thing up there. Alright. There's these little bits. I love these little vented slopes. Great details, little greebles, basically. It just yanked on the cord of my... YouTube's like, oh, your 2025 recap is here. That's cool. Check that later. I actually really... Okay. What are we doing? Building the fin. A whole page. Okay. I'm gonna stop commenting on the instruction pages. Actually. Too much. It's too much. Up, Connie. The thing with using these like individual single stud bricks, one by ones, is it won't be like complete. Some of them will be turned slightly, but is what it is. Oh, okay. That there. Oh, I see it. The thing I love with a lot of city pop, I realize, is a lot of it sounds like it's Pokemon music. Like it would be the music town something. Guessing this is gonna go. Oh, we're getting another one of these. That doesn't want to stay together very well. Other thing. Oh, wait. This is the only part. These tools are like useless for like when you have these. I messed up. This go next. I was on autopilot. Okay. Like, it bugs me, so I have to like lay it on the flat surface of my desk so I can like straighten it all. That is. Or. Shit. Not yet. He's good. Oh, that's. Another stack. You know what? I gotta add a Lego emote. Like on, well, everywhere, really. I put one in Discord, but I need to put it, everywhere else. Everywhere else. That would be cool. Yeah. I made one that's like a little, it's like a purple, found a animated gif of a purple stud. Like just a little coin stud. That would be really awesome. I'm sure I could get it onto Kick and, like, obviously Kick is easy. Twitch. I can't do anything on YouTube yet, and YouTube doesn't have animated. Everywhere else I can do it. It's weird because they do this a lot, and I know it's because it's proper, you know, it's spacing, right? But stacking two of these things on top of each other is very strange to me. I don't know. I guess there's just a way that I learned to build stuff that is, like, in a lot of ways contrary to how, but it also makes sense. Like, I get it. All right, we're getting there. Oh, okay. Here comes the easier part. I really like this song. I'm gonna have to look at this because it's not a playlist, but it's like a 3.5 hour single track, like, mix, and I'm gonna have to look later. And what is this, like, an hour in? Really like this. Everything must be pressed together. And this here, okay. Then this. Oh yeah, that's what it should. I didn't even pay attention. Like, hey, put these together. I like this. Good good construction method. I like it. Now we got all this. Backside. The little ones. There's so many good pieces from. This guy on top. top of the mast or whatever you want to call it. Call it a fin, yes, but it's a mast too, technically, I suppose. All right, and then of course we get an extra one of these, which is awesome. These are great. They're the single stud, like translucent piece, but it's like the flat top. I know it's not auto focusing. That's the compromise here. Yeah. Top of it there. Delete. It's like, hey, this is what it looks like when it's done. Alright, so here. Oh, it wants to mark that part. Do it the way it shows, not the way I would do it. Now we can put it on. Oh. It's gonna be interesting to see how this ends up connecting to the top of the ship. Obviously, it's gonna like. All right, so that's what it's showing. Okay. I kind of wish some of the parts weren't already assembled because they're kind of in the way. Like, I feel like this. The cockpit could have been left off. I don't know, maybe. Like when you're trying to do the rest of this. I like how they made the ends of these like a flat nail. I guess it's super. This is bigger than I was expecting it to. That's what she. All right, so now we're gonna do this. Probably on sides, I imagine. Snap on. There we go. Covers up the connection. It's definitely more impressive than I thought. Because like I said, there's an old one. I'm gonna look it up actually. There's an old Lego set. I can't reach my keyboard. Come here. I don't know if I'll be able to find it. Because there was an original one that was definitely a different design. Of course, I could also just be remembering it more fondly. Ads. Two 2004 to that. This is the one I'm talking about. 2001. Yeah, see, I like this better. I mean, it's very similar. Actually, this part right here is almost exactly the same in how you construct it with these going up the. That's funny. And these are similar, but these were different components of the era. This one had like a custom, or you know, possibly had been used before, but like still it was just one dude in the front there. So yeah, it's very similar in size and everything. I just feel like the new ones are built a little less around. Also, it had the Emperor, which is fun, instead of Vader. But yeah, this is the original Imperial Star Destroyer, Imperial Shuttle set, and I would love to get this one. Used to be, when it came out, it was I know it's really small. Kind of see the little box here, but $35 when it came out. Now, to get one that's new, apparently they go for $220, $230. There's listings. People actually sell Lego on these sites and stuff, which is actually really cool. There was another one apparently from 2004. Imperial Inspection. 2005 actually. I don't know if you can see that. That one's kind of cool too. Actually, no, that's the same. That's the exact same design, I'm pretty sure, as the original one. It just has all this extra stuff. Oh, goodness. This is the one I was thinking of. Like, obviously, I was thinking of this and the, like, just the original. But this stupid ad. This here, this ran from like 2010 to 2012, it says. 2 years, 3 months, 30 days. Star Wars Ultimate Collector Series. Yo, get off the screen. That is sick. That is way more my speed right there. That is really cool. This set was listed at lego.com in the United States September 2nd, 2010 to 2013. Price $260. That thing is so cool. A lot more detail, better construction around the mechanical parts and stuff. I like the way that the cockpit was designed. Yeah, I would love that thing. However, there's a set I've wanted to get for a long time. Oh, and this is the little guy. The little guy. They started doing these finally, where they did the miniature ones, which is like how I build stuff. What's up, Tomcat? No, not $2.60. $260. This is the Imperial shuttle I would really like to get right here. That is so cool. But I was looking at the difference in the one I'm building, which is actually turning out to be pretty impressive. Actually, it's bigger than I expected it to be. But anyways, so this is the original one from 2001. This is the one I had like the memory of. Oh, that's the miniature one. That's the wrong one. That's also cool. Here it is. Yep, 2001 to 2002. And so it's similar in how it's constructed and everything. It's just I feel like it was built better with the pieces at the time. The new ones are built a little bit more like a playset, I feel like. But it's still, like I said, it's way more impressive than I thought it was going to be. But yeah, the one that I would really like to get, this is obviously big time stuff there. Get the little baby ones. Well, this is cool. That's not bad either. Renix Imperial Shuttle. That's pretty cool. I'd love to get that. And then, do they show it? Oh, these are all awesome. I just like the Imperial designs for their shuttles and stuff. This is like an Imperial landing craft. This is the one I'm building right now. Okay, but I would actually really like to get Kylo Ren's shuttle. This thing is so awesome. Of course, I select the miniature. I like the real one. Here we go. Yeah, this one. Get off the screen. This one here. That would be. That's more my style of design there. I would love that. And then they've got the like really nice one. I don't know if they. I believe this is it. Maybe. Well, that's cool too. It's smaller, but that's sick. Off the screen. Great. The ad has hijacked me. There we go. Yeah, this would be awesome. Kylo Ren's command shuttle. I just love that design. All right. Yeah, this one's turning out to be a lot more impressive than I expected it to be. So, as you can see, I now have the instructions on the screen. Follow along with what I'm doing. See, this is the symbol I was talking about, the little rotation thing. It's like, and flip it around. Assuming we're gonna do 2 of these as always. So that. God. There we go. Do. Then we put it on here. One of those. We're gonna probably do the other one. Here's those duplicate instructions. So we already did it. All right. Both of them are set. I feel like I'm gonna break it as I'm trying to put the stuff on. Fine. Really starting to come together. Yeah, because when it comes to Star Wars ships, well, before Kylo Ren's shuttle, but basically the Imperial shuttle and Kylo Ren shuttle are my 2 favorites in all of Star Wars. All right, so those are on. Now it is time to build the wings. Bag 6. Episode 6. Yeah, like to me, I keep every time I open these, I'm like, just bags and bags of great building materials. Alright, and that is it. All of our bags. One in one. See if I can make it to the train. Almost. It's very light, so, you know, it doesn't... of course, it was dusty. It was dusty, too. Like I said, this thing had been sitting on my shelf for like 4 or 5 years. Out of the box, just in bags, so... Alright, what are we doing first? Elbow things here. On either side. Alright, what's it want to... These... Oh. It shows it a little weird on the instructions. Not how I would do. Not how I would show the instructions. Okay. Then... And then we do it again, just other direction. Interesting that it's the chat box is working fine with you. Working like half of yesterday. Person turquoise wavy. That's a great descriptor. Like on my chat, like popped out chat on my screen. Turquoise person turquoise waving. I can see it on the stream though. Yep. Band. All right, there's that. Gonna have us build this other thing. Oh wait, no, it's just gonna connect like that. Oh, I didn't need this part. That's nice. Those are so useful like that. That's cool. Okay, man. Baby. I think that is good. Heck. Nice. I like how this instruction frame is just this plate. This 4x8. Just a plate. What's up, Chi? Alright, and then a top. All right, and so is this. Yes. Just gonna get. Yep. Right, and then the thing that I'm worried about, it's a weird little thing. This piece right here, other one. I'm about to build the other wing. It's pretty rare, but occasionally you can have a piece be. Yeah, I do not have that. I mean, I'm sure I can. I have. Yeah, that's not. That is not here. It would be in this stuff. It is not here. This is a piece. Not a huge deal. It's just kind of interesting. It's actually like super rare to come across a set missing an actual piece like that. Considering these are all like extras, you know, they give you plenty of extras of a lot of stuff. But like if somebody didn't have a Lego collection like I do, they would potentially be at this going, wait a minute, I don't have this piece. And the thing is, you could actually, yeah, I mean, you could like substitute any of those, but like have to be that color. Still, there's no spare for it. All right, so this, as you can, going to go. What? Oh, that is. I was expecting. I don't know why I thought this model was going to be like small. That is cool. All right, almost there. We just got to assemble the other wing and then a couple little launcher detail thing. That one's on. You know the funny thing is though, I bet you, I just feel like it's something that they would be super cool. I bet if I contacted Lego and I was like, hey, I have this set, I started building it. Yes, it sat on my shelf for 5 years, but it's missing this piece. They would totally send me that piece. I swear. I guarantee I'd get like a little packet in the mail with like that little piece, maybe like a minifigure or something. They would be like that. Let's see. These, it's funny because it's so interesting to see how things get used after like decades and decades. These originally came out as an axle for cars. Wheels go on. That was their original. Now here they are. God, 30 years after they came out. Because they used to build an axle, you had to use like these things, right? And it wouldn't even be like a full like a crossbody axle. You have to use one. Connect this, which you could still do if you had like a bigger car or a different design of a vehicle where you couldn't use this. But I feel like, I don't know if there's a resource that actually said, but I feel like these started coming out when the Wild West, no, it had to be Wild West. I think that might have been where I first saw them, but no, carriages for the medieval sets and stuff had these, and then they also used them carriages in Wild West, and I'm sure there was like the race cars or something. But yeah, these came out like in the early 90s, pretty sure. Axles. Now they're forming the wings of the Imperial shuttle. Oh, no. Which way did I do this one? Because these pieces, for what they're used for, these are very similar to, there's something used in actual like construction or woodworking and stuff, but it's like I don't know what you would call it, right? But the purpose is you would put this in something and you would be able to push a screw down into it that would widen it out, make it fit like an area and tighten up. It's very similar to this. Oh yeah. Oh, Tomcat. That Kittimer class. They had that in the Eagle Moss. Are you still there? Tomcat. Oh, okay. Christ, get out of my face. I don't know why I'm on Amazon UK. I pause the music.
Star Trek Online, Model 16. It's the AFS Kittimer. That's not a Klingon ship.
Retro Trek Ralph. Does he really have a... There we go.
Starship Collection by Eagle Moss Hero Collector. This one is number 16 of 20. Or as far as coming to the video in this is there's only 20 anyway. So we have the AFI, I'm going to say it's IKS, but it's not. It's Allied Federation. No. Allied? No. Can it be? Kittimer, which was the Kittimer Massacre, which was Camp Kittimer, where they did the peace talks. Yes, this looks half Klingon, half Federation, and I'm guessing it is. Model, Kittimer, and profile. Yes, we need to look into this, because I don't... Here's a magazine. So we can find out more about it. That is very interesting. So, let's have a look in. Magazine first, as usual. A bit of glare on there. That's fine. We'll sort that out in a minute. 757 meters long. The dome looks weird. It looks like, let's have a quick look at this.
There we
From
go.
over here. I mean, yeah, you got this very small saucer. I'd probably say that's about size, potentially, as a Constitution class refit. Then you've got all this next section. It's not as long as I thought. Then you for no reason they want spikes off the back of it, and the fire control tower. Is it fire? Is it meant to be a fire engine or something? And these massive. Oh, that's going to break. Now, because these are Federation nacelles. So have the Federation just come in with, here's a saucer, here's another saucer, but we've cut the edges away because we do that nowadays. You produce a neck, you produce the pylons, and we'll stick the rest on. I don't know.
It's such a cool design. It's like such a great blending of
familiar
Federation and Klingon, Starfleet and Klingon design.
Yeah, strangely alien. So let me get you in a little bit. Let's start off with the bridge.
I might have to try and find one of these.
The saucer. CSN-01. Just a Kidamar either side, I think. Yes. That's very different. Really, really different. There's a lot of... If this yellow part is all transporter emitters, then are they bulk carriers or something? Let's get you sideways.
Now, I would have been more interested in seeing Romulan and Starfleet hybrid design than Klingon, but still, this one came out pretty awesome.
I mean, that logo there, the Klingons, is very, very interesting. I like that. You got then a cell which has got 3 phaser banks on the side, or at least it looks like that. And you've got Klingon and Federation registries side by side. So is this cats and dogs living together, mass hysteria? No.
Like it basically looks like if Starfleet built a D7.
And this extra support along the back there, is it? Is that just to hold this massive phaser bank or torpedo launchers on the back? I don't know. Underneath the pylon there. There's less design work on there, but see, everything's a yellow band around it. So
yeah, this is one of the Eagle Moss ships that I was buying.
Meant to be transporting. There's a lot
and I never got to this one. But they
do.
did a couple of the Star Trek Online ones. I have the
nope, there goes the challenge.
I have the one that is like the
There you go.
I can't remember what it's called.
Name on the back. That's a Klingon name on the back. This is extraordinarily close, by the way. Window alignment being as usual. I'll just stick my finger there so you can see the size-wise. This is how much I'm zoomed in. So
I don't remember what they called that ship.
The dotted line is meant to be going round. They've massively got it.
But there was a couple of them that were pretty good from Star Trek Online.
I can't keep this still. I do apologise. Let's get the bridge in this sort of... Reminds me very much of the Constitution.
The one I have. Star Trek Online.
Oh, there is a logo on the front there as well. Just underneath where the bridge should be.
Basically like some sort of a defiant, or no, you know what it is? This was where Star Trek Online took that one design. Star Trek Online took a couple designs from Discovery that were actually pretty cool ships and made them into Star Trek Online ships, and then Eagle Moss made those. This was one of those. It was like a futuristic version of one of the Star Trek Discovery ships, and then Star Trek Online made it. So Eagle Moss did.
Different starships here. Shin's nuclear parts, that's just red. So that's like red. I think it might be red plastic on there anyway. The rest of it's painted, paint, and paint. Metal section appears to be not there. Actually, it probably is the front section.
I just wanted to show you that since you sent me the design. I was like, well, that actually exists as a model you can get.
So all these Eagle Moss stuff, it's not half to half with metal die cast, they call it.
Yeah, it's a pretty sick looking ship. I really like the design. I like any of those like low, like squat designs that either have the engine slung below them like this, or they're like really flat to the saucer above the saucer. Like Centaur obviously is one I love, and that's got similarities to this with the Klingon thing. I always viewed the Centaur class as like the Federation equivalent of like a bird of prey. Like that's how I always saw it. Essentially, it was like a bird of prey built, by Starfleet during the Dominion War. Oh, I got this one. I don't have that one. But yeah, really cool design. I wouldn't mind having one. Oh, there's a transparent PNG of it. Interestingly, it actually has the wings going a little bit steeper here at the ends, which kind of cool. Oh, Khitomer Alliance battle. Oh, here's a nice. Dang, that's nice. Yeah, really cool design. I just wish it wasn't for. I really don't like any of the lore that has been created for Star Trek post Nemesis. That's not been like the novels. The novels did a lot of fantastic stuff. But oh, this is really good. The novels did a lot of fantastic stuff, but everything in the shows except for Lower Decks has been really good. That's the only thing that's like a post Nemesis show so far that's been anything worth caring about. Strange New Worlds is of course before TOS, so well, that's a nice shot there. There's some cool images of that ship online. But yeah, it was an Eagle Moss ship. Holy crap. Going for like $70 now. It's a shame they discontinued that line. They weren't making enough money. Because like there's so many good ships. And now they're all, I mean, I bet you some of the ones I have are actually probably worth some good money now. And I still have all the boxes for them. So like I've opened them all, but I still have them. Oh yeah, you did like the Defiant, like miniature Warbird Defiant hybrid. All right, so we got to go with this. That's a cool ship there, but I really like any of those kind, like I said, like the Centaur, the D7, anything that does that like low slung pylons with the like the engines below the saucer and stuff. I love that. And then if it's going to be above the saucer, I like it where it's also like really low profile as well. Yeah, see, this is where I'm missing that piece. Let me see what I. Thankfully, I have a drawer sorted of all this stuff. I'm good. That design makes no sense, but yeah. It was like, all right, so we're gonna do a miniature Warbird, but it's gonna look like a Defiant. Kind of works. Oh, the one you just sent me is great too. That's like a combination runner and. little bit of Nova class in there too, with the shape of the saucer on that. I not all of them, but I got a bunch of my favorites for like Eagle Moss ships back when I was buying those. Got the Steam Runner, the Nova, not Nova. That's not one. Saber, Steam Runner, Nova, Saber class. There's the other one. The Iron and Handle. Forgot what that one's called. Normandy or Norway class or something like that. And then Centaur, Luna, which is, the Titan. And then for like the XLs. Oh, and I have a small Nebula, but the XLs, I have the Nebula class, the Excelsior, the Strange New Worlds Enterprise, and of course the Kelvin Prize. Those are great. The XLs are amazing, actually. And the great thing with this is it's like built. It's like heavy. The entire top part of the saucer here, metal, die-cast. Oof, it's dusty. But it's very detailed. Very, very good paint job. Obviously, it's not going to autofocus. That turned up. Got like all the details. They got the translucent parts for the warp nacelles, but I love that. Excelsior's favorite starships. Getting that was that's the old school NC 1000. Doesn't get the NX, unfortunately. Got the Nebula, or excuse me, the Bonshun. That's a big dusty as well. And again, so that the entire, like, this outer part and the bottom is like all metal, right? It's all die cast. But then this like insert is plastic, which is fine. Like, yeah, good. It's so detailed. They even have like in tiny print up here on the sensor pod thing, tiny print that says USS Bonshun 061. But yeah, lots of detail. Yeah, it's got it all there. Yeah, that's a big one. It's going in and out because I'm not sitting in front of the mic. I have my mic set up so that it doesn't pick up background noise or any of that kind of stuff. So if I'm not talking directly into the mic sometimes, it won't pick me up. This one's one of my favorites. I love this Enterprise. Broke down to the basics. Got the nice little translucent facades there, translucent collector dish. Yeah, love this design. And then we have the Strange New Worlds Enterprise, also a favorite. This one I'm a little more careful with because it I can feel just the tiniest bit of movement between the saucer and the neck there, so I need to dust these. There's actually a video on my YouTube where I took all my Eagle Moss ships and like dusted them with microfiber and then went through with a Q-tip and like cleaned out all the little detail stuff. So but it's done in like high speed. How the bot get number 1? Wait, what? Oh. I don't know. I think just because of its consistent posting. That's a YouTube thing. That's not something I set up. Yeah, that's like a new-ish feature for YouTube streams is like the viewer ranking thing. So this is good. Yeah, I thought that the Eagle Moss line was one of the best Star Trek ship. I had number 1. Pahui. It was one of the best products ever made for like collectibles for Star Trek because you got good sized ships that were well detailed. They were die-cast metal or die-cast plastics and really good paint jobs 90% of the time and just very well put together, right? Perfect. The scale, everything, the quality, no stickers, no painting, no assembly, nothing. Because the closest thing to those previously was the Micro Machines, which I still love the Micro Machine set. I would love to get... I used to have a whole bunch. I loved my little shuttle, my TNG shuttlecraft Micro Machine. It was like the best thing. But yeah, everything else required some level of assembly, was cheapo, required some sort of, you know, painting or stickers and all that, decals, whatever. So Eagle Moss like nailed it with the scale of the sets, having the regular size and the XLs, and then having it so they were die-cast metal or die-cast plastics and no assembly, no painting, nothing, and they were just all like really, really well done. It was like the perfect line of collectibles for Star Trek, and I guess they basically just weren't making enough money to continue with it, and they went out of business. God, that was what, 2022 or something, I think, because I was buying those for a couple years there off and on. Yeah, super disappointed when those went under. I was shocked. Like, no, it's like my favorite thing. It's come on, number 1. I'm showing support. All right, we're gonna wrap. We're gonna get this finished up. Almost there. Oh, want me to wait? Let's see. This way? Yes. Goes on. Okay. without breaking it. All right, then we got the little lights down here. Wait. Look at this. I don't know if you can see this, but it's a little dude head with like the piece hitting it in the eye, and it's like, no. No. Bad. This is gonna. Why didn't they have me put this on in the first place? Because this is a bad spot. I know it's so you can shoot these little things off. That's what this. It fires. You go like this. Boom. I'm not gonna be doing that. I'm not trying to lose the pieces, but yeah, pretty cool. That's what I mean when I say they build them to be a little bit more like a playset these days. But that's not bad. Okay, so those are on. Yes, correct. You put them on there and you launch them. And then pop. Press the little lever here, it flips open. And then you can close it. Okay, so now we can show our little pilot. Pew. Pilot in the cockpit. And then we could put... Not do Vader because he's got the cape. Let's put little prisoner Luke. So yeah, we got Vader, we got prisoner Luke, got the pilot. Set prisoner Luke back here. I guess you can actually put them both in. He's here. I guess he doesn't necessarily stick fully in. All right, so yeah, little prisoner Luke is in there. Close him in. Base fuchsia tongue out. These are all extras. Always good to have. Yeah, I believe that is that's it. They show it with the TIE fighter, all the other little things, all the little mini figures that come in the different sets. I'm gonna put that button time. No, that might screw something up. Oh, cool. It actually has a full piece list of like everything that should be in the set. That's pretty neat. Give us your short feedback about this Lego set for a chance to win a cool Lego prize. Yeah, that's basically it complete. I will this pretty sweet. Like I said, a lot better than I thought it was gonna be. Started better. Fix my. But yeah, that would be our first Lego set completed on stream. Imperial Shuttle. The original was was a set that I had wanted forever. And I bought this one, like I said, back in like 2021, I guess. Sat on my shelf all this time. Now it got to be content. Pretty cool. Actually, I can do that. But can you do this? Pretty sweet. Not worry about readjusting all that right now. I can figure that next stream. All right. Probably gonna wrap it up there. Go chill, watch some YouTube, pick up all this. Guess I can close this out now. And I can close this out now, since that's all done. And yeah, we'll be on tomorrow night with Below, continuing the Below playthrough, probably about 9 p.m. And then I guess probably next week, because Wednesday night will be Below, Friday night should be First Descendant. I skipped it this last week. But then, I guess next week. Here we do this guy. Be pretty sweet. Do the Lotus Avija. Great. We'll slowly but surely, because I got that and I got the other little 3-in-1 space shuttle set. So we'll just like go through these 3 sets, get them built, and then if I don't buy another Lego set anytime soon, I'll just start messing around with my Lego and building crap and showing that off, because I have like my Star Trek models and stuff. So, alright, I'm gonna shut it down and catch you tomorrow.